Lofty, no ordinary bishop, is the story of a New Zealand-born Catholic Marist priest, Gerard Loft, who served in the Solomon Islands for 46 years between 1959 and 2005, including becoming Bishop of Alki Diocese in 1983. Lofty was described by the current bishop, Chris Cardoni, as a great missionary. He writes, "Jerry planted the seeds of the faith in literally thousands of people, many of them naked pagans, and the seed has grown and flourished because of Jerry's love for the Lord and everyone whom he met." Jerry's legacy is the largest number of local vocations to the Catholic priesthood of any diocese in Oceania, as well as our outstanding group of married couples who are nourished by marriage encounter spirituality. Then there's an outstanding Catholic women's program that greatly lifts up the life of our hard-working mothers. As a young priest, Father Gerard would set up a mission station and learn the local language. Then he would be moved to another station and have to start all over again. He came to love the Solomon Islanders and learnt most of their languages. After ordination as Bishop of Alki, he had to become a beggar to raise funds to build a new diocesan centre. Then after completion, everything was destroyed by a tropical cyclone. He endured times of unrest and civil war. He was robbed 13 times. He was ill and could not obtain medical treatment on some occasions. Robin Leamy, who had known Lofty for 60 years, writes in the book, "Jerry loved people. He loved being with people, and he loved to joke with people. He had an extraordinary gift of being able to relate to everyone. But above all, Jerry was a prayerful man, a spiritual person who loved his God and served his Lord with generosity." Father Kerry Prendeville, who worked with Bishop Loft in the Solomon Islands, wrote, "The bishop had been a teacher, a linguist, a builder, a farmer, a mechanic who spent a lot of his time in boats, often in hazardous circumstances. He was a priest, doctor, social worker and advocate for his people, answering their call in all weathers. Above all, he had been an extraordinary fisher of people." Bishop Loft had been vulnerable and sometimes insolvent, caused by using his own money to bring the pregnant and sick to hospital, or the dead home to bury. Lofty was described as a challenge to the Vatican. An official once asked him if he was the bishop who kept losing his episcopal ring and asking for another. Whether he hocked it or lost it, Father Prendeville didn't know. Another person who knew Lofty, Michael McVeary, wrote, "Jerry the man was difficult to separate from Jerry the man of God. He was of God. This is where his passion came from. This is where he was energized to keep on keeping on with a wit and humility that sourced his faithfulness in the face of massive discouragement and hardship. If holiness is humbly grinning and getting up again after disappointment and plans gone awry, after physical and human cyclones, after flat tires and human failures had brought him to his knees, after his house was burgled repeatedly and his people were scattered and dispersed by the civil tensions, after those upon whom he placed his hopes had left him to begin again, then Jerry must have gained a doctorate in the heave-ho of perseverance and faithfulness over a long period. He was a compassionate man, down to the point of spending his personal medical insurance on others, as he responded time and time again to requests such as, 'I have no boat fare to go home from the hospital,' that saw him being the last hope for many in trouble." This biography of an extraordinary priest contains many of Bishop Loft's letters back home to New Zealand, and so provides a first-hand insight into the life that he faced in the Solomons. It's lavishly illustrated with personal and local photos of the Solomon Islands, so be ready to be transported into the world of a South Pacific island transformed by the work of a dedicated priest and bishop.